Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel, Matt with Green Bar Trading, and welcome to 2022. Such an exciting start. That first day, that first week of the new year. Every trader wants to get out and buy often and early. And that's what we did here today on our top gapper of the morning. I'm going to go over how I found the stock, the research I did on the stock, the technicals I did on the stock, all before ever jumping into this stock. So I'm going to go over all of that with you guys right here and show you guys how we made a quick $134 in about 1 or 2 minutes. So that's what had happened here. We had our buy orders here and then sold it actually less than a minute later. Started to scale out basically immediately, right when we were approaching that psychological level of the whole dollar. So that was going to be a quick scalp. Those that follow me know that I'm looking for between 10 and 20 cents. That's it. On 1,000 shares, you're looking at between $100 and $200 on very limited part-time trading, which I think is the safest way instead of holding and hoping that it continues to go higher. That's why a lot of times I'll scale out of my profit. So when my trades go immediately as planned, those are always the best trades. Obviously, that would make the most sense. But the trades that I'm trying this year especially are those break of key levels. And I'm going to show you how I got these levels in a second. Before I get into that, I want to show you guys some things that I added to my Thinkorswim platform. It's the live news. So this comes out by the second. So as soon as news hits this scan, this comes in immediately. The way that you guys do that, you click this plus sign down here, add gadget, and then you just add live news. It's as simple as that. And then you'll see all the news coming out here. Now, if you want to get even a little bit, and you can see here at the half, so 7:30, 8, 8:30, 9, those are the times where you have these big press releases. So you could go over these, see what came out, see if there's anything that we like to trade, those low float momentum stocks. And if you want to dial it in even more, you could also add the widget, use the news. So the way you do that, and this is what it'll look like, you can scan whatever you want to look to see what the news is. What I do is I click on pre-market movers because that's what we're looking at trading. And then all you do, or what I do, is I search from the highest percent gainer. And I want to see, why is BLCT here and why does it have news? You click there, you get the news. It came out at 4:56 a.m. So you can also do that to dial in just the pre-market movers. So you have some options here. And we'll just keep an eye on the news, see if anything, new comes out as the news starts to roll in. It's still very early in the morning, but I wanted to show you guys this, add a little bit more value and, something else to look at to your platform. So how did we find this stock? Well, it's the top gapper. It is the top by a good, this is a great start to the year on the most volume, right? The float on Thinkorswim says 6 million shares. Now, I always double check that, even though Thinkorswim has been very good. I'll always double check that on a couple of different websites. One of them is FinViz, the other one is Yahoo Finance. So you just type in the stock that you want, you come down here, you click statistics, and then you scroll down, and there's your float right there. So 2 million shares on Yahoo Finance. 2 million shares, guys, to buy for the open public. Something like that when you've already traded 3 times that float in the first half an hour, basically, of the trading day, because most platforms open at 7 a.m. That is incredible. And that's why you see those big gains. So if we want to double check that on FinViz, you can also do that as well. Come down here, it's the same, 2 million. So that's why we like to double check with multiple different sites to make sure that, you know, we know the most information possible going into a trade. So all of that was done before I ever got into this trade. Now, where are these lines coming from? And why do I have these on my chart? So if we look at the 5-minute chart, which we can see a little more clear because the 1 minute is, you know, a little condensed right now. The purple lines are the lines that I saw to be significant in the pre-market session. So, you know, dialing those in here, that's the purple lines. That's why I'm trading. And you can see here, right off the start, this beautiful bull flag all happened at resistance of 386. So keep that in mind before I go over the trade with you guys. Now, looking at it on the yearly chart, the reason why this white line is on there, and I'll show you back on the other chart, is because that is this recent IPO NASDAQ uplisting. The high was 325 on the daily chart. So I like to have those levels in white to, you know, to, you can do whatever color you want, but I like to have the different colors so I know what I am looking at when I'm trading. When you're trading, a lot is going on. So now that we have the key levels, we have the float, we have the most volume, we have the top gainer coming into this morning. Why do I get interested and why do I pull the trigger? It is very early. A lot of times when you're trading before 8 a.m., you could be asking for trouble if you don't get in and out pretty quickly, because there's just not many traders awake yet. But you know, being the first day of the new year, I had a feeling there would be some action here right out of the start, because a lot of traders are so anxious and ready to go. And listen, this is still holding up very nicely. Top gapper, but a lot of people are going to be watching for the news to come out. You know, once a new news comes out and it's actually good news, this thing has zero news other than you know, technical daily breakout of that IPO level, which is right here. So 325. That is why I got interested in this. So I'm watching this all through the pre-market. I'm only interested once it breaks that daily key level. Once it broke the key level, 7 a.m., all the platforms open for a lot of traders. Now I am looking at this. So 386 is the top of this first candle here that we saw a huge rejection on. That's why it is one of my first levels here. Once I saw price run right up to this and break it and come back down, this is where I wanted to play that break of the key level. That's why I got in with 1,000 shares at 385. looking for that quick move. If I didn't get the quick move right away, I was going to cut the trade because I didn't want this to happen. But we have way more volume right here to push it through than we did right here. Very comfortable with this trade at this point. We rip up, I start scaling out like I showed you, 500 shares at a time. Did I leave a lot on the table? Yes. A lot of times, scalp trading, looking for 10 to 20 cents, I'm going to leave a lot on the table. As I did that, it kept going all the way to 435 in the next 2 minutes, stayed around here, and then just started to sell off as the volume started to decline. Like I said, trading at this time of the morning, if you're looking for these quick plays between 7 and 7:15 in the morning, those first initial start, just try to do your best to manage your risk. And that's what we did here. Listen, $134 in 2 minutes. That is very good. That's a great start to the year. I'm very happy with this start. And I hope that you guys, took some knowledge, some education out of this video, because that's what these videos are all about. It's all about showing you guys all the thought process, because I'm not live trading it. I'm not taping my trades, which eventually this year I'm going to start to do, and I'm going to start to implement those and then go over them live while I'm in them. Now, this would have been, you saw it was less than a minute trade. So I could have taped that and showed you guys, but it would have been a quick clip. I would have still had to do this entire video, but eventually I will tape my trades. But like I said, I think this is a very good start to the new year. And I think it's an important video so that you guys can see everything that goes into why I trade a certain stock, why right now over 6 million shares are traded on that stock. You need to know why these things are happening and how to find them for yourself and do the technical analysis for yourself as well. So I hope that you guys enjoy this video. Hit the thumbs up for me. And if you're new, subscribe right now. Take care, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.